Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video I'll be going through the ancient journey for Darth Revan. So we start off in the Taris fighting arena and we get this cool little cutscene. This stage is pretty straightforward and basically acts as a tutorial for Darth Revan's kit, which by now I'm sure most of you know inside out, so I won't be exploring that too much in this video. So here are the three main abilities: Force Storm, Insanity, and the basic ability, Lacerate. There's a few things going on with the kit, but it's fairly straightforward once you get to grips with it. So here we fight Bendak Starkiller, which is a fun little fight. There's also a lore icon which can be pressed and gives information about the characters you're up against, as well as some background info regarding the story. These lore options can be very useful later on, as we will see. Moving on now to Juhani. Again, a straightforward fight, but as you can probably see, my team isn't particularly strong at this point, but that doesn't matter for now. This was quite a fun part of the ancient journey, and it requires you to take on the infamous bounty hunter Kalo Nord. As with a lot of this event, there is plenty of nostalgia for fans of Knights of the Old Republic. One thing many fans will remember about Kalo Nord was that he would count to 3 before taking out his enemies, and that is implemented here. If you do not take out Kalo before he gets to 3, then he will proceed to one-shot your team one by one, as you are about to see. So after that failed attempt, I backed down, and was forced to equip some more gear to my team. On this attempt, I was successful, but as you can see, my team is now struggling to survive, and it won't be long before I am forced to gear them up even further to be able to proceed. This next stage pits you against the ancient Sith spirit of Ajunta Paul. This is a fairly straightforward stage. Ajunta has the same moves as Darth Maul and is able to inflict daze. Other than that, there's nothing to really worry about this stage, and it's all fairly straightforward. This next stage is where it can get a little tricky, and where I struggled a bit. I was struggling to make it through the waves, and by the time I reached the final wave, my team was looking pretty frail. At this point I would advise gearing up your team as much as you can. My team were at gear 11 apart from Juhani, who was at gear 7. I later took her to gear 8 for the next stage. The key is just taking them down as quickly as possible. The Sith Marauders at stage 3 can deal big damage, so try and take them out first. The final stage is tricky, but this is where the lore icon helps. What you want to do is take down the smaller droid turrets first, all but one. It's very important to leave one alive or the boss droid will activate overload and then it's game over. Take out all but one droids and then the boss. And then finally the smaller droid that you left over from earlier. That's the key to this stage. I unfortunately didn't get any video for this stage because, as you can see, there wasn't much of my team left and I thought it was going to be another failed attempt. On to stage 6, where we fight Bastila. Jolee Bindu is virtually useless here, as it forces you to use an event character rather than your own Jolee, and it relies on you having a decent Juhani. If you can keep Juhani alive, and if she can soak up some damage, then you should be fine. You don't need to take out the droids here, but a few AoEs and they die off pretty quickly anyway. The new Fear debuff inflicted by Revan will help you here, as it will force Bastila to miss many of her turns. The final stage is fun and not too tricky. I would recommend taking out Zalbar first to get him out of the way, and given that he'll be taunting, you probably will anyway. I'm not sure if this Jolee can revive or not, but even if he can, he will only be able to revive Juhani anyway, so I would recommend taking out Karth next, and then perhaps Mission, but after Karth it doesn't really matter. It's a fun fight, and there is also a teaser of Darth Malak at the end, hinting at a possible new raid involving him. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out.